Assalamu alaikum. This is one of the many episodes of the glorious Algerian history. The subject of today's video is related to some of what the world had learned or had taken from the Algerians. We will divide this topic into 5 parts. The first part will be about what the world had learned from the Algerian art and decoration. In the second part, we will talk about the Algerian style of dressing, which was very famous in Europe and highly imitated. The third part is dedicated to the Algerian desserts and sweets that many famous chefs were competing to learn. The fourth part will be dedicated to the Algerian fashion for women that was exported to the world. And the fifth part will talk about Algerian dishes that were served to kings, presidents, and the rich in many countries in the world. And now, let's get to it. We'll start with Mr. Doumir, who brought 2 Arab workers to decorate a room in his house, the Algerian style, and cover the walls with Quranic verses, and they pledged in writing to never do something similar in the whole of Europe. We underline and highlight the sentence, decorate the room Algerian style. This French newspaper was printed in 1872 in La Presse Illustrée, or the Illustrated Press. Here we read, on the side aisles, also lit by hanging chandeliers, we find 2 long lines of stores of fairground shops, decorated the Algerian way. So we have an art of decorating the facades of shops in the Algerian style decor that the Europeans imitated and used. This French paper was printed in 1853 in Le Pays, or the country newspaper. This French book titled La vie élégante à Paris, or The Elegant Life in Paris, describes the residence of one of the rich. He says here, an Algerian-style smoking room. An Algerian style, where? In the elegant life of Paris, which means an elegant element in decoration and art that the French rich were using to decorate their houses. And here, imagine yourself returning to 1864, and you buy Le Journal de Toulouse, or the newspaper of Toulouse. You will find an ad of a company selling furniture, and you read, bedroom, cabinet, tea tables, carpets and beds, until we read, Algerian-style bed and cross trim. See how they were promoting the furniture in Europe in the 1800s? They were promoting it with the label Algerian style. Now, let's talk about Algerian clothing. In this French magazine from the 1800s, titled La Dernière Mode, or the latest fashion, we read a description of the marriage of one of the elite of the aristocratic world, the Viscount Maurice Fleury, the son of a military general and former ambassador of France to Russia, with Miss Madeleine de Lande. And while describing her clothes, we read, the fabric used, a sky blue crepe of China, striped in the Algerian style with satin nets of the same shade, is entirely intersected with shiny lines like that of a waffle, or, to put it better, all accordion pleats. In Le Voleur Illustré, or the Illustrated Thief, remember, still in the 1800s, we read here, women's dressing gowns in stuffed silk fabric are generally stripped the Algerian way. It means there is an ornament for women's dressing gowns, stripped and beautified the Algerian style. Its fabric can also be stuffed with silk, and since the silk is a very expensive thing for women's beauty, what's made on it like an Algerian-style stripe will also be a high-quality addition. Let's now discuss men's clothes. This is a French military delegation sent to Morocco in the year 1800, and from its members, the doctor who was taking care with the ruling class. Upon his return to France after 22 years of medical service in Morocco, this doctor returned wearing the white burnous and its tarbouche, an Islamic hat, the Algerian style. Let's go back to women's clothing and read from Paris pendant l'année 1799, or Paris during the year 1799. He says here, try to ask someone from the fashion world what a cirque shirt is. We will tell you, the waist is fixed by 3 pleats, surmounted by an Algerian-style belt. So we have an Algerian woman's belt, used by European women as a fashion statement. In regards to cakes, I picked 3 types of cakes, and you can give me your feedback. This is Bavarois à l'Algérienne, or Bavarois, the Algerian style. It's made with orange gem, then alternating layers of strawberry and vanilla. In this book, La Cuisine Classique, or the Classic Cuisine, authored by Urbain Dubois, who was born in 1818, read with me what he wrote here. Croquant bouche à l'Algérienne. It's a sweet that crunches under the tooth. He who wants to read more about it, this is the book, and here's the recipe. We also here have an ice cream known in Europe as the Algerian. This is the recipe and the steps to prepare it. The latter can be served with another dessert called the Perfect, the Algerian style, and this is also an Algerian dessert, and here is its recipe. While seeing these dishes, we thought about Algerian women who throughout history were innovative and artistic in their cuisine, so much so that the Europeans copied their techniques and put them in their books. Not only the recipes of the Algerian women were imitated, but also their appearance and their hairstyles. As an example, this is a party in the year 1830, attended by the royal family. The good thing that the Algerian woman can read from today is that the princess had her hair done the Algerian style. It cannot be clearer than that. This is a French fashion history book from 1875, titled History of Fashion in France. We can read about the fashion during Louis Philippe I's era. He says, several new manifestations have emerged among women of that time, and one of them is hairstyles the Algerian way. In this 1849 newspaper, there is an article on hairstyles, where the journalist describes a hairstyle salon's opening, and we can read. Among the people who fixed the general attention, we noticed an Abyssinian, 2 Greek ladies, several Italians, and an English lady, wearing the rich historical costume admired at the famous tournament of the Duke of Eglinton. A Russian lady with a kokolnik had her hair done in an imposing and admirable manner. All these hairstyles mounted, the Algerian turbans proved to us perfectly that the fashion merchants, as well as the hairdressers, must possess the art of the effects of hairstyle with characters in order to be able to compete successfully in all kinds of costumes. See how an Algerian touch is needed for a complete fashion statement. Now, this is the last part of this video, and it's about the Algerian dishes exported from Algeria to the world, and especially Europe. Let's start with this one. On November 11th, 1868, the Queen visited the Pavillon de Rohan Hotel, and in Her Majesty's menu for that day, we see here an Algerian soup, famously known in Algeria as shorba. So we're talking here about a high-class hotel where the Queen will spend a few nights, and her special menu includes a famous Algerian shorba. We can also read here what the rich used to eat in France. We read here, a billionaire's menu, which contains truffle sauce prepared the Algerian way. Our ancestors had a special way to prepare truffles to make sauces. European chefs imitated them and put these sauces in their high-class menus. When the French President Émile Loubet went to London, UK in 1903, do you know what the British served him for dinner? He was served Algerian, French, and British dishes. In regards to the Algerian dish, it was tomatoes prepared the Algerian way. In this newspaper, they were making some comments about the French president's visit to London and what he was served by saying, where the president is going to stuff all this massive food and international dishes. So the dishes were international, and what's important to us is that the Algerian way to prepare tomatoes was there, and it's an international dish taken from our ancestors in Algeria to the world. In the International French-American Forum in 1903, where many dignitaries attended, the excellent menu, as used in this newspaper, had lamb saddle the Algerian way, and the lamb saddle is the part located between the ribs and the leg. This one relates his memories in Bourges College in France. He says, you find in the list of served dishes, calf's foot the Algerian way. This shows the level and quality of our ancestors' cuisine, so much so, many of their recipes were copied and imitated. In this book titled The Art of the French Cuisine, you find the seafood dish named matelote the Algerian way. And a matelote is a dish with mainly mussels, scallops, and whitefish, and this is the detail of its recipes. We finished this video by this paper showing the list of dishes served in the French presidency on April 30th, 1925. The list has grilled, grain-fed chicken the Algerian way. This concludes our tour where we have presented arguments from more than 30 sources, old newspapers, books and magazines, and their witnesses to the prosperity of Algerians before the French colonization. I hope this was an addition of your historical knowledge. Wa assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.